Yes, guys, we're live, and it's the European Football Review. I've got my Olympiacos fan here, Steve. How are you?
Yeah, it's bittersweet, man. It's bittersweet. Like we got the win yesterday. Really proud of our performance. We leave Europe with our heads held high, but it just wasn't enough. The first leg kind of did it for you guys, and ultimately it's Arsenal that goes to the round of 16, to the quarterfinals. Deserved go to the next round, but yeah, I'm proud of my team, and we showed ourselves much better in this game than we did in the last.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for Arsenal, I was expecting something like more control, not going at it a lot. But I was still expecting a win, especially if you're at the Emirates. But it's just typical Arsenal. Got to make it so difficult, right?
It's
It's
a
like so
fascinating
difficult.
relationship we have as a club because that's 3 wins in Berea that you have against us now, and now we have 3 wins against you at the Emirates, and the record now still stands at 6 wins, 6 losses for both teams. It's a weird relationship Olympiacos have with Arsenal. It's I find it hilarious.
We should set up our own league.
Exactly. I mean, the Belgians and the Dutch are supposedly forming their own league. So yeah, just ask Olympiacos, 2-person league.
Yeah. Obviously we've got a number of games to do because we've got Champions League from the Wednesday as well. But we'll start with Arsenal and Olympiacos. If we've got time, Velvetron, we'll open the link. But yeah, Olympiacos Arsenal. How did you? Like you said, you said you were proud of the performance, and um, do you feel that Arsenal weren't at their best? Because I felt we were quite poor, to be honest, in the way we handled the game.
I think you had your moments. Certainly in the first half, I think you were the better side in the first half. You had more chances than us, and I just there were a few throughout the game that you got when you were one on like there was an individual player 1-on-1 with Jose Sa, and I just thought, how on earth have they not scored? Like Nicola Pepe first like 30-40 minutes,
Oh, Oba.
and then it came off of Socrates like the back of his leg,
Mm.
and he just went wide, and then Aubameyang a couple of times was 1-on-1, and I couldn't believe that he didn't score. Certainly in the second half, I thought, okay, that's the equaliser, and it didn't happen. Same with Odegaard, put his foot in it and just straight over the bar. And that's
Mm.
an easier shot than the goal he scored against us in Berea. So yeah,
Yeah.
I was surprised. If you guys had finished your chance, well, I mean, it's such a Michael Owen quote. If you'd finished your chance, you would have scored. That's it. It's obvious. But yeah, I was surprised at Arsenal's lack of finishing because there were moments where you really scared us and could have ended the tie. But I think it was also down to Joe. It was down to Sarr as well, having probably his best performance for a couple of months. I was really proud for him in
The goalkeeper
particular.
was really good.
Yeah,
Really good in
fantastic,
that game.
fantastic. That's Jose Sarr at his best. That the only criticism I'd have is when he came out against Pepe and Pepe nearly scored. I don't think he needed to come out of his box for that. But
Yeah.
ultimately, it didn't cost us. So yeah, I was just really happy with the shape. I was nervous at first because we haven't played a 5/3 at the back very often. We did it once against City when we had half our players injured with COVID in the Champions League group stage, and it didn't work because we had no definite striker. We had Fortunis playing as a false nine, which he can't really play. So in this game, to have the right people in the right positions, it was a bit static in the first half hour. I felt like you guys warmed into the game much quicker than we did. But once El Arabi had that first attempt
Mm.
from Jose Sar's fantastic ball straight to him over the top, that I think that changed it a little bit, and it started to go away a bit more towards the middling part of the first half. And from there I thought, okay, we might actually be able to score. Certainly,
Mm. Yeah. El Arabi again. Oh.
it's El Arabi again.
And I love it again. I remember that goal going out and oh god, not him. Oh god. And then it's just our back line and just decided we're gonna be really stupid and start passing it around the back. The amount of times you were actually winning the ball in our own half, and there was a period about 5 minutes where you scored, and then we couldn't even get it out of our box, like our 18-yard box, let alone the half. Like, and I'm sitting there like, what the you doing? What? And I and then
It was
after,
Ceballos again. Ceballos losing the ball
oh
again.
my, no, just that guy. I thought it'd be all right because he's further up the field, right?
Yeah,
Because
he's playing as a number 10. Yeah.
I didn't get it in the lineup. I'm like, he's not number 10. What the? You've got Smith Rowe on the left, who's a number 10, and you're playing Danny Ceballos as a number 10. This is the problem I've got with this manager, and I'm like, right? It's like a deliberate attempt to not play the guy who came on for 10 minutes and actually made more of an impact than most of the players on the field, right? Martinelli. He came on for 10 minutes, bang, right? We were more direct, more aggressive, more chances created. Something tells me there's something going on between him and between Arteta and Oba.
Yeah, maybe his head's somewhere else. I mean, Aubameyang, I said it on a stream last night.
Because that was the FA Cup final goals, right?
Yeah.
And he buried those. But now all of a sudden, I don't know whether it's because he missed the bus and he was told not to play in North London Derby. I don't know what it is, but this is getting ridiculous.
Maybe it's complacency. I don't know. But Aubameyang last season scores those goals. Aubameyang last season would have put those away, and we would have probably lost the game 2-3-1. Yeah, but you know, it wasn't to be, unfortunately. And I expected Aubameyang to start, but I didn't expect the way he played. But I think he was fairly isolated. It seemed like he was quite limited. There wasn't a lot going to him, if you got what I mean. And then the chances he did get, he didn't put them away. So it just feels like it's a frustrating performance, I imagine, from him. And I was just going to say, I was surprised you guys didn't start Partey. I know Partey played against Spurs, but I expected you guys just to put your best players out and then try to get the job done by half time and then take players off, providing you guys had scored one or two. And El Neni was starting. I don't know if he did too much, really, and I felt like our midfield sort of bossed you guys a bit more now that we had Mvia actually in holding mid and then Camera next to him. I felt that they had put in a real shift yesterday. I was really happy with how they did.
Yeah, I mean, Jack and El Neni is like, oh my god. But it's for us at the minute, it's either Partey or someone else. And for me, at the minute, with the amount of mistakes Xhaka makes, it's El Neni. But because with El Neni, you're not going to get like a special long ball or anything like that or anything fancy. You're just going to get simple pass. It's just not at a risk. He's more just safe, which sometimes works, especially when you're playing as a DM.
Yeah,
and then you can leave Partey to do the taking the ball up the field and linking up the play to the forwards.
Of course, and especially when you need a player like that, because honestly, like I could give an example right now. Lazar Rangelovic, when he came on at right back, despite us having a right back on the bench, which I wasn't happy about because we needed a bit more momentum after the first goal, and he came on. He's like the complete opposite because he doesn't play the simple ball and he doesn't think before he passes. He just overcomplicates everything. He's just all trickery, but without the actual quality to do it. And he was dreadful when he came on. I don't want to criticize like the team overall in terms of the performance because we performed really well overall as a team, but I just felt like there were times where, well, I don't think he should have been subbed on. We should have brought on Kenny Lala. If we have an actual right back on the bench, bring on Lala like at the 60th minute for the last half hour to run at your team. I don't know. It was a strange decision from the manager. Ultimately, it didn't matter, but I thought that he's probably my worst player for Olympiacos on the pitch that evening. Although Bruma was pretty bad too. Bruma came on and just kept doing too much as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. When they came on, I thought, especially after doing the preview, I thought they'd make an impact. But it wasn't to the level that I was expecting. So yeah, but obviously we've got the draw at 12, and with some of the teams in it, Man United managed to go through.
Yeah.
I'm going to move on to one team in a minute. Trust me, the match reaction just turned into a banter session. And yeah, I feel that if we're playing now, we're getting to the sort of the finals, the series. We're gonna get up one of the series teams, right? And like, if we get Villarreal, for example, Emery, Man United, Solskjaer,
Roma as well, who are a decent team.
Roma, I do feel we will definitely struggle, and I don't even think we'll go through that. That's my honest opinion for it, but we'll have to wait and see. But moving on to one particular team in the Europa League. What a beautiful sight. Obviously, Tottenham were 2-0 up going into this game, and Jose Mourinho, you'd think surely 2-0, get a goal, sit on it, game done.
Almost did what you guys did last season, naive, and assumed that they were through already. And they made that mistake. And unlike you guys this season, you didn't make that mistake. There was a couple of times in our game where you were maybe a tad naive and kind of sat back a bit too much, and that's allowed us to score the goal, the winning goal. But overall, you guys knew what you had to do to finish the tie off, essentially this time round. Whereas Tottenham didn't do that. And I said it again.
But then we could have played a stronger team though. We should have played probably a stronger team to get a goal straight away.
Potentially.
So, but I think though you'd think with Mourinho being his success in Europe, right, Champions League and everything else, with 2-0 lead going into a team that shouldn't be really competing with you, and you should be able to get past that easily. And unfortunately, right, he's now realised this is Tottenham Hotspur. This is Tottenham Hotspur all over. This is why they've won 3 trophies in 35 years. Their last trophy was back in 2008 or 9, wherever they want to put it, but it's like centuries ago. And this is why when they've had all this better players, manager, like even stadium they want to put as better than ours, we're still worse than them on a pitch on paper, but yet we're winning trophies. And so all I can just do is just sit there and laugh.
Well, I mean,
just sit and laugh.
Normally I commiserate with my dad, who's a long-time Spurs supporter, but this time I did have to laugh a little bit because of certain Tottenham fans who came out before the game and said that Olympiacos have no caliber, and I thought to myself, well,
they're doing that because just to make it.
Yeah, they're doing that because they're. And
they're looking at it because Arsenal like, oh yeah, you're 3-1. Oh yeah, but Olympiacos this shit, and yeah, you should be beating them.
Yeah, and just because they beat us in the group stage last season, and I said it last night. Isn't this karma? Isn't it great karma sometimes when you chat shit and you literally get banged? It's hilarious. So yeah, these things happen.
What? Don't know what the fuck is it. What the hell is that? It's past me. Big up everyone. If he hasn't subscribed, then subscribe. But I don't got a clue what he's writing there. I might have to read that later.
Sure.
But yeah. The credit to Dynamo Zagreb actually, because obviously we know with Mourinho, even when the North London derby, is that he will sit back and let you come on them, and then he'll hit you on a counter. So you're going to get more passes, more chances created, right? If you can create chances, and this is the point. You can expect to be more dominant in possession and stats like that in the stats, but when it comes to it, that is how he plays. And if you don't take your chances, he's going to punish you. But Dynamo Zagreb, they didn't even give him time to sort of punish them. There were a couple of opportunities towards the end when they went 3-0 up that Tottenham could have tried and get one back. But damage was done. The damage was done.
Yeah,
And
full credit to them for taking advantage of those chances and
yeah,
taking them. You know, it's not like Spurs allow them to take those chances. Like physically, like we're giving up now. You know, like Dynamo Zagreb should be given full credit for reaching the quarterfinals because they took advantage of the fact that the bigger team were naive and assumed that they were already through. You're not through until the second leg's done. So
yeah, definitely.
Spurs better learn from that because it might not be the last time that happens.
Spurs, just remember, know your place, right? Know your place. Sorry, I'm just going to... Right, you're never better than us. North London's red. You'll always be red. Bye. Moving on. Man United AC Milan was obviously like one of the big ties at the Europa League. And I had full credit to Man United. 1-1 draw. They had to go to the San Siro. They had to win to stand any chance of getting through. And a 1-0 result. Pogba, the man, steps up again. It's funny since he was at Juve as well beforehand. So absolutely full credit to Solskjaer and Man United, because it's why I get annoyed when people have a go at Ollie for not having the right style of play and all that. How can that be if he's managed to beat AC Milan in the Europa League? How can that be if he's managed to beat Man City in a derby? How can that be if you're sat second in the table? Right? I don't get sometimes these Ollie outers, and I'm like, it's not like you're 10th, right? With only the Europa League to try and get back in the Champions League, and you're struggling to stay in the tie and make it every game difficult for yourself.
Well, they essentially don't even like have to win the Europa League. They will finish top four. I think Man United. I know there's still a fair few games to go, but you know, United don't look like they're going to slip up so badly that they're going to fall out of the top four completely. So United get almost guaranteed Champions League football at this point. So you're winning the Europa League doesn't really do anything for them with regards to winning a Champions League spot. It's more just winning a trophy. So fair play to them for just digging deep and trying to go for it, because winning the Europa League is no mean feat for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I mean, I didn't watch the whole game. I was doing the match reaction, so I didn't get a chance to see it. But from what I heard, it was a display to be proud of. And I mean, if you get past AC Milan, you've got to be sitting there now as one of the favourites for the Europa League.
Yeah, certainly.
And there's a number of teams, and it's like with also the Champions League. There's a number of teams there that you could say are favourites. So, and I'll move on to the Champions League, so I'm going to try and cover all the English teams first. And Chelsea versus Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
That was that. Now, Arteta fans want to compare Benfica as a great European night. No. That is a great European night, right? Beating Atletico Madrid 2-0 at home and going through, knowing that you've just had to change your manager halfway through a season.
That's what they did to win the Champions League.
Yeah, I know. This is what's worrying. They've got a better squad this time as well. So, right, we've got Bargav, who's usually like 10 days late. Yeah. Anything you want to say to the Spurs fans, mate?
We'll save that for later.
Nah. You can say it.
We've had our say, Bargav. You say yours. You have yours.
Go on.
Honestly, I mean, for me, I think it was a great day yesterday. For regardless of our loss, for that reason, they made that day so much better. As far as their coach,
the loss didn't help me. Sorry, the loss didn't help me. I just had the Naomi infusion and blood infusion, and now I had to go through 90 minutes of that. No, that wasn't good. But carry on. Sorry.
I mean, with regard to the Spurs thing, I mean, I'm glad that they're out. I really wanted to play them and give them the knockout blow, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really wanted to give them the knockout blow, but it kind of like that's the players, the team. The management, they all suck. They it continues to show that we're still better on our worst times. Our North London is red. Definitely.
It's proper. Like, it's not a cock on a ball.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, I
I'll
really.
say this is just our general sort of hatred to Spurs. It's just natural, and it's just like, yeah, well.
I mean, I told my Spurs friends who are like really. I have some friends that I work with, right?
Yeah.
And I feel bad for them sometimes. But I tell them, like, in terms of like Spurs issues,
I feel bad. No, I feel bad for
no.
Nuri. Let's be honest. Like Nuri,
they can always convert. I always tell them they can always convert. Like,
yeah, I mean, Nuri's always like for Nuri, for example, as a Tottenham fan, throughout the season, he's been really realistic. Right, he's never gone out and said, "Oh yeah, you're this. Like, we're gonna win the league. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that." Right. So.
Yeah. I have friends like
yes,
that
he's
too.
He's tried to stick by the manager, and he's not trying to make the target so high. Right, he might say it for banter, but it's not realistically. He's not like out making ridiculous claims like some of them do. Once they get back 4 or 5 wins, they think they're actually untouchable. Yeah, we'll try going invincible for a season, then come back to us. Right?
No. I tell my Spurs friends the same thing. I'm like, you know, I love you as people. You know, if you guys need help, I'm helping you out. But in terms of every time you play us in whatever competition, real life, etc., I'm coming to smash you guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like with Nuri.
And I'm gonna enjoy it.
Nuri, like as much as we banter each other online, we're like really, really good friends, right? But when it comes to the North London derby, I fucking hate him. I just hate him because I know if they win, he's gonna be sitting there texting me, instaing me, messaging me, and all the time. And that's like I'm gonna have to hide from Twitter. I'm gonna have to hide from Instagram.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're carrying on. We're going to Chelsea. We're talking about Chelsea, Atletico Madrid. Where
I've got a friend who's a Chelsea supporter. He said their performance was superb from Chelsea. Like, they outclassed Atletico Madrid, who are obviously having a bit of a downturn in form. They're kind of bottling La Liga right now, but yeah, Chelsea were apparently fantastic.
They were fantastic throughout that whole tie. Right, got the goal they needed. I would say the Atletico Madrid, they were poor. They were poor throughout the tie, and they at no point to me looked like they really should go. Just gonna say, Arsenal vlogs. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Big up to yourself. Yes, relentless. How are you? Right. Me and him have just laughing our heads off all the way for the match reaction. But yeah, yeah. Chelsea. It is like similar to 2012. It really does look that way. So. But fair play to them. And this is the thing. They've got a big club mentality where if the manager doesn't work, listen already, right? We'll get a manager that does, right? But Arsenal, no, we've got to stick with it. Let's stick with it. And
I mean, they beat Atletico at their own game, basically.
Yeah, and people moan at Spurs like you've gone from 18 managers in how many space of time? Right, and I'm like, but they're the most dominant team in the last 15 years.
Man City, though.
I don't care.
Man City would be.
I don't care who wins the title. I don't care who's my manager who wins the title. I just want to win the title.
Isn't Man City the more dominant team in the last 15 years?
Yeah.
In terms of trophies, but Chelsea have won everything with regards to club football because they won the Champions League, the Europa League. So, in a sense, yes, City have won more domestic titles, but in terms of overall success, Chelsea are probably the most successful team.
Yeah, it's like with Chelsea. It's like it's done Man City as well, and I'm like, people moan, oh, you spent so much money and all this, and it's oil money, all this, that, and all the other. And I'm like, so what? Would you be complaining if you're doing it for Arsenal? No, right? They go, no. So why are you moaning?
Well, I mean, that is the owner thing. I mean, people in the Middle East care about soccer a lot, or football.
Yeah,
soccer. They really care about them.
yeah, it's a very good night for Chelsea, and they move on. And but we'll see who they have to get in the Champions League draw. Which would be at 12. We would have been doing it live, but I got an invite from Niall's channel, Let's Talk Premier League. So I'm going to be over there doing it with him, giving him a helping hand. No doubt, his main man, Arteta fan, Sauls, is going to be there, and he's going to be absolutely buzzing, like, even though we lost.
Souls is a good kid. I like Souls. He's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, Souls is all right. He's a good guy. But Xhaka is shit. I'm sorry, mate. Xhaka's shit. You can make all the excuses in the world. Yeah. Who else did it?
City. It'll be Man City.
We did Man City on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, we did Man City on Wednesday. So I can't think.
Well, Rangers are out. It's Rangers who.
Yeah, Rangers. Yeah, Rangers. Slavia Prague. That was a surprise.
They had two men sent off, didn't they? I think they went down to 9 men.
Yeah, I think Europa League results.
I can guess one of them. Alberto Morelos will have certainly been sent off. He always gets sent off for them. I'd be surprised if it's not him.
Yeah, second leg. So we've got Rangers versus Slavia Prague. We won't mention Bayern and Lazio because that was just done deal. So that was done deal. Yeah. So
Real Madrid as well comfortably through against Atalanta.
Yeah, Atlanta. Which I was expecting Atlanta to do more, to be honest, but that game was dead.
I think it was on the cards, but I just thought Real Madrid even though they've been uninspiring, they've been solid enough. You know what I mean? Like, they're still getting the job done. They're not playing anything particularly fantastic.
They're not the same team as they were. They're not.
Ironically, technically, they are the same team. It's just they're a little bit worse because they're all older because they're playing all the old boys. But no, you're right.
Yeah. That's probably what I want Odegaard back. So.
So the teams to avoid, so the teams left are Arsenal, Man United, Granada.
They had 2 red cards. Yeah, they had 2 red cards. So, they lost 3-1 on aggregate. Slavia Prague 2-0.
It's disappointing because they were undefeated like you guys before they played Slavia Prague, and they're out. I thought Rangers would go a bit further.
It's quite an even game as well.
Yeah.
By look at the stats. It really it's surprising because I was expecting Rangers to do well in this tournament, especially how they treated their league. It just shows again that the Scottish League, you can't really say that it's the levels of the Premier League or like the Bayern League, the Bundesliga or something like that. You can't really say it's like a top level league because every time they get into Europe, they falter and they don't be able to get the job done.
Yeah, I guess it's an okay place to leave it though, because I can't remember how Rangers have performed recently in Europe before then, and so to get to round of 16 is a good kind of like point of we finished here, let's try go a little bit further next season if possible. You know, so
definitely.
You know, I mean, it's not terrible for them.
Yeah, Ajax versus Young Boys was a pretty much done deal. They won 5-0 on aggregate, 2-0 on the night. So, that's Ajax is another good team. They've been a good team for another few years in the Europa League. So, they're through. Emery's men went out 4-0 on aggregate, went through 4-0 on aggregate to 2-0 on the night against Dynamo Kiev. And Emery showing that he knows his tournament like the back of his hand. Don't forget, Arteta fans, right? He did get us to the Europa League final with a worse squad. We might have bottled it at the end, but that squad had no right to go to the Europa League final. So, and then Shakhtar Roma. Shakhtar Donetsk versus Roma. 2-1 on the night for Roma. 5-1 on aggregate. Roma, another good side.
Yeah.
Looking like they could go through. In terms of Europa League now, looking at the draw, so we've got Ajax, Man United, Slavia Prague, Villarreal, Roma, Mulder went through. No, Mulder went through. Did Mulder go through?
No,
No.
Granada did.
No, Granada went through. Sorry,
Yeah,
even though they
Granada.
lost.
First quarter final for
Granada.
Granada.
First one of they were good on them as well. Arsenal, Tottenham, Dynamo Zagreb, sorry, and Granada. They're all through. Who would you say out of those teams are the most likely to win the Europa League?
Oh, all right. That's so it'd be Man United, Arsenal, and Villarreal,
Ajax.
and I think those four.
You
Roma
didn't put
have
it
an
in that
outside
order.
chance, I think.
You really didn't put that in that order, did you?
No, it's not the order. Those are the four. That's not the order. The order, I think. I think people say Man United is like number.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I think United are probably the favourites for it. Could be wrong.
United.
2 and 3 are like 2 and 3 would be like Arsenal and like Villarreal. I think.
No.
You don't think so? Ajax is better.
Man United, Ajax, Roma, Villarreal.
In cup competitions, we do okay though.
No, Villarreal. This is Europe. This is 2 legs. This is not just one game. Arsenal, then Slavia Prague and Dynamo Zagreb.
How much of Ajax is still there? Do you think?
I don't know actually. I don't
the
follow
fast
them. I don't
passing.
know.
They've got a fairly decent team from what I've seen from them. Yeah, they've got a solid team. They've got Sebastian Haller from West Ham. They've also got Davy Klaassen as well, who was at Ajax, then went to Everton and did nothing there and came back to Ajax. They're not as good a team as the one that reached the semi-finals of the Champions League, but they're still a very good team.
I mean, they sold everybody for like 40 million a piece, basically.
Yeah.
They sold like 3 of their pieces for like really high money.
Champions League. Who are we gonna go for? We got Chelsea, Man City, Bayern,
PSG.
PSG. Who else we got?
Real Madrid.
Dortmund's still there.
Dortmund's still there.
Porto, who knocked out Juventus.
Yeah. So out of one of those teams, who do you think?
I picked PSG to win the final, win it all this year.
I think, if Pep doesn't overthink his own tactics, Man City.
Yeah, but I don't think. I think PSG beats them because they got Poch, so decent coach this time, like in the final, come the final. And then the second thing is, I think Poch is under the most pressure to win this year, right? Like, he pretty much has to win the Champions League for that to be a good season.
In a sense, though, Pep is under just as much pressure because he hasn't won the Champions League with the team since he was at Barcelona, and City won the Champions League.
Yeah,
I think they'll get to the final.
The reason they got Pep is to win the Champions League.
Yeah, that's why I think it's on now for him to try and win it.
Yeah, but I feel like PSG, like Neymar and Mbappe, won't make up for last year.
They're fantastic players, but I think as a collective defensive unit, I just think City as a team just works better than PSG.
They know how to control a game. They know when to attack. They know when to defend. Right. So as a Champions League side, the way they play now, rather than just going out and trying to score as many goals as possible, they're a lot better as a Champions League side.
It's just whether Pep doesn't overthink it, and he'll come into the quarterfinal and end up like, you'll see Ederson playing at centre mid or something, and you'll see like you'll see you'll see Kyle Walker in goal or Aguero, as the ref. I don't know. You'll just see random stuff that you wouldn't expect Pep to do, but he overthinks it every time, and it's such a shame because there are moments for the last couple of seasons where City possibly could have and should have gone further in the Champions League, and they just, I don't know.
Last year was, I think the year that they lost to Tottenham was their best year to win the title, win the Champions League. I think last year was a little bit like
Even their
could've gone further,
Centurion
but-
season, even 17-18, when they won,
Yeah.
made 100 points team, they probably should have gone further in the Champions League.
So they could use that as motivation to get to the final. But I feel like PSG really wants this because if they don't get it this year,
Everyone wants
and
it.
Neymar and Mbappe, with Mbappe considering an exit, supposedly, like there's a lot of pressure on PSG to get it done this year. So,
but again, with PSG and the league they're in, it's whether they can or not. But for me,
Bayern and Dortmund also, like Dortmund for me is like, they're young players. This is probably their window, right? So they want to go as far as possible because, I mean, if Sancho's linked to United every year, and then Holland, like one of them is going to leave this summer, I think.
Yeah, I think both of them might leave. So, but yeah, for me, I've said Manchester City, just the fact that they've proven it in the Premier League, and also that the way they play is more suited to a Champions League competition.
Don't count out Bayern either. Bayern has
Bayern as well.
Bayern
Probably
as well.
close second favourites.
Complete team.
Chelsea dark horses potentially.
Dark horses, yeah.
I mean,
dark horses,
with Tuchel, he'll always set them up right. That's the thing.
Yeah,
he'll set them up right. So it's possible.
What I'll do is gonna quickly put the link in. So Nathan wants to come on for the last 10 minutes. But yeah, I with Arsenal, I just feel that I think quarterfinals is about as far as we're gonna go.
Depends who you get.
Unless we get, but even then, like Slavia Prague,
it depends who we get.
Right, Dynamo Zagreb, they're not teams to take lightly.
No, really certainly not. Because they've got to this stage and they deserve to be there. Granada even is probably one of the, I say, quote unquote easier teams to face, but even they've got fairly far considering no one expected them to do that. So any team at this point is going to be a tough competition.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, the oppositions are going to have more chances now, I think, like as we get further in the competition. So I would like to play Villarreal immediately, though.
You could see that.
Swan, how are you?
I really want that. Like, I mean,
I'm good, man. I'm looking forward to the draw.
Yeah, are you?
This is what the real teams are all about, not the little Arsenal in Europa.
Oh yeah, I forgot Liverpool's to win it, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah,
yeah, I forgot about them. I thought they were out of everything. When you start playing like Kabak and Phillips, you think
Virgil van Kabak and now Dini Phillips.
I so laugh when you get knocked out.
I mean, who do you want? Who do you want to play? I feel like there's like no good there's
no English teams.
Even Porto is a tough one. They knocked Juventus out.
Yeah,
we beat Porto. They always a beating since 2007. Like we always get Porto and we always slap them. It's bound to happen. They're going to beat us at one point.
I laugh it's this year. Oh, sorry. What do you think of the performances last night? The one that stands out for you?
Of me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Spurs Dynamo Zagreb. So they deserve the Zagreb. They should have been like 5-6-0 up. But Spurs were that terrible.
Yeah, they battered them. They absolutely battered
them. And the worst thing is, Spurs only needed one goal. They just needed one. And they couldn't even do that. I feel so for Kane. Like, he was the only one trying. Everyone was just shit.
Yeah, I've said, look, if Kane wants to win anything in a white shirt, he needs to move to Real Madrid right now.
He can come to Liverpool, go to Chelsea. He needs to move ASAP.
He needs to go. Right? He needs to go. So, Son.
The first one.
Son needs to go because he's better than this. I'm sorry. They're better than Carabao Cups. I'm telling you that. They deserve to be.
Man City.
Let's see who they get.
Yeah, they deserve to be in Champions League. They deserve to be in Champions League. And
it sucks. You're like a little bit behind. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. I just saw Man City.
Yeah, I'll tell you it is. Please. I don't want to.
What is it draw now?
Dortmund. Man City
Yeah, the
versus
draw's right
Dortmund.
now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
Champions
draw's
League
right
draws
now.
right now.
Man City, Dortmund.
Man
Yeah.
City Dortmund.
Oh,
Oh,
that's gonna be a
that's
good one.
Ooh,
That's a
that's
great tie.
spicy. I think
That's
City
a
are
spicy.
favourites in that tie though, but Dortmund
Oh,
could
they are
surprise
favourites.
them.
Yes, this.
With Sancho going back. Is
Porto.
Sancho coming back?
Is Sancho back?
No.
I think he should.
Sancho, Man
He'll
City.
be back to City.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Great matchup. That's a great one. That's a great tie.
If it's Liverpool, I'll be laughing. Please don't be Chelsea. Please. Oh my god, I think it is.
FC Porto.
Yeah, it's Chelsea. Porto versus
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Oh my God!
Oh,
How did they?
wow.
How? That's the one they wanted
Oh
actually
my
like last
days.
round.
That's one you want, but Porto aren't to be taken lightly. They're a very decent team.
Actually, no, that's good that we got rid of the English teams. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's not like in Greek football where we have to have other Greek teams in there to rely on the coefficient. You guys can get
Oh,
knocked out whenever
Bayern
you want.
Munich. Let's see. Please. Give me Bayern. I want them.
I hope it's Real. Actually, I hope it's Real.
Mate, if it's
Bayern,
Real,
Real
we got
Madrid.
PSG. I don't buy Real Madrid as well. We need to get revenge.
Yeah, my thing's behind as well.
I mean,
I'm on BBC Sport, and it's like I've only just got Man City Dortmund.
Oh, Bayern versus PSG.
Replay of the final.
We got
It's a
Real
replay.
Madrid.
Wow. These are high stakes quarterfinals.
Hey, we got Real Madrid. Hey, revenge.
I
Man,
hope
like
Neymar's back for that because
Vanessa Jr. up top.
Neymar.
Oh, so it's Real Madrid then Liverpool, yeah.
Man, PSG Bayern. That is spicy of spicy.
Come on.
That's the top two teams. So
Oh, I wish I had the Champions League, man.
Really?
I know.
You're gonna get slapped up if you go to Champions League.
Liverpool.
Yes, Liverpool.
We would get slapped. I mean, I can't imagine Real Madrid coming.
Liverpool. Real Madrid. Ooh. Damn.
That type could go either way because Real Madrid aren't spectacular, and Liverpool seem to just want to go for the Champions League at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
But the big question is, what's the route to the final? Because they're gonna figure that out today.
yeah,
Right?
they're gonna do it that soon.
Yeah. That's after they stop bloody talking. They can talk for 5 days first and then do it.
So it's
Like
a
the
good
Europa League draw is so much like it's so different. They have the better song though. I think the Europa League song is a bit
What?
really?
better. You don't think
Wait,
so?
what?
Oh no, mate!
No.
The Champions League music is brilliant.
No. The little it's like the intro. It's like
Yeah,
you guys have you guys use like the app to watch it, right? Like Paramount,
Yeah.
or whatever.
You mean the
So,
intro
like,
to the draw itself, to the actual draw?
Draw itself is kind of stale. I mean, it's the draw itself is kind of stale. But
Champions League music is better than the Europa League. By
no,
far.
not the. I'm not talking about like the intro. The
Oh, the
it's
Chelsea
like
fans and the terrorists are
What the
celebrating.
anthem? You know what I mean? The anthem.
I don't mean the anthem. I'm talking about like the waiting music. The
Oh,
Oh,
whatever.
that means. Oh wait, let's see.
Winner of quarterfinal 1.
We're not of course. Wait, you're ahead.
so
Yes,
1 and
winner
3. So that'll be like
winner. So quarterfinal 1. So
Man City or Borussia Dortmund. Winner of quarterfinal
Bayern
3.
Munich and PSG.
Gee.
oh my
Oh,
god.
that's
So
like
basically,
that we could get Chelsea.
the final's gonna suck then, because you're gonna have all the strong teams like you're gonna have like one of the you're gonna have like 2 of the strong teams like knocked out of the final, knocked out before the final.
Yeah,
Well,
but at the same time, it's good to see different finalists each time. You don't want to see Atletico Madrid play Real
Yeah.
Madrid every season, do you? So
Because those are the
Quarterfinals.
4 best teams on that one side. The 4 best teams I think are like on one side of the bracket basically.
Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. I just need to check the
winner-
dates
support
because
Chelsea.
we might have players.
Oh no, Chelsea Liverpool in the semis. Chelsea Liverpool in the semis.
oh man, that could happen. Yeah. Man.
This is like the best thing to happen at Chelsea because like the path to the final is basically like no tough teams.
winner of semi-final 1.
Chelsea, Liverpool, Porto, and Real Madrid.
Why are you doing the
Go to
final?
the final.
Why are they doing the final? It's
No,
just
one
say
of
who's
them
the
is going
home
to be in
team.
the final. One of those four is going to
Yeah,
be in the
but
final, right?
I don't get why they had
Oh,
2
I
balls for
think
the
Chelsea
final.
might have
Like,
the easy route to the final, to be honest.
Yeah, Chelsea, like whoever's on that side of the bracket has the easiest route to the
oh,
final.
this is Chelsea written all over it. I'm telling you. Chelsea are winning the Champions League here. I'm telling you.
Imagine.
Wait, is it two-legged
Oh,
ties or one?
no,
Tuchel against like PSG.
no,
That'll be-
no.
We can't let Chelsea win Champions League.
I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. No,
can't deal
I
with
can't
it.
have Chelsea winning it again. No,
I can't have
it'd be
Madrid winning it again
unbearable.
either. Madrid
Fucking
can't win it again.
unbearable. It'd be fucking no, because it would be unbearable. I'll have Daniel, Will, Chris, like all of them. They're
Yeah.
all fucking. Oh no.
I'd rather have I'd rather
You've
have
got
Port-
two.
no,
They'd
no,
be
I'd
like,
rather Real Madrid win
we've
it.
got 2 Champions Leagues. What have you got? Oh no.
Wait, how
How
many
did-
Champions League do they have? 2 in it?
I feel like this is such a rigged draw, though. Like this is like the most unfavorable draw you can.
Well, it's weird that they've done it all now. I don't understand why they've done the draw in this format now. I don't get it. They normally just do the quarterfinals and then when the teams are through, then do the second. I don't understand why they've done it different this year.
No. They always do the
Roman-
semis because they need to fit the bracket.
Roman Abramovich is paying them.
Oh my days!
They don't want to go back
Russian
to
mafia.
I please Porto. I beg, please do a madness.
It must be nice to like.
do a madness.
I
They
think
ain't
it's
doing a madness.
doable.
It must be
Tuchel's
nice to
got
have
them.
this draw, though. It must be nice job.
Yeah, but the only thing that could benefit Porto is that Chelsea aren't clinical enough.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Like, Taremi won't be back for the leg because he got he got red carded in the last game.
I mean, you have a tough matchup against Real Madrid too, when you think about it. But
Yeah.
the reception on Madrid though.
Well, good
like
thing
I
is we
said.
don't have carriers, so we're good.
I mean, if I don't, is Hazard done for like the season or like?
Yeah,
pretty
Hazard
much
is
he's,
done. Hazard is
he's done?
injured.
He was never a threat to begin with. He's hardly
Yeah,
managed to string a few consistent games together for Real Madrid.
it's like Vinicius and Benzema basically.
That's why I
I'm only
don't
afraid of
agree with it.
Benzema. I ain't afraid of Vinicius.
I don't.
He ain't
That's
good.
why this have hope guy. I don't agree with him. Right?
But they still have
Hazard's one of
Modric.
Hazard's greater than Ronaldo. Right? Ronaldo never disappears.
No, he never disappears.
I'm sorry.
Chelsea
No.
fans are getting too cocky.
Oh, because Hazard was at Chelsea. Oh,
I mean, he is a
God.
Chelsea fan though. He's a Chelsea fan.
I
course
thought he
he
was
is,
an
yeah.
Eden Hazard fan.
No, he's a Chelsea fan.
Oh, so
No, Hazard's dream move was to Real Madrid.
No, have hope. He's a Chelsea fan.
Oh, have hope, yeah.
I'm sorry. Right, Rashford's better than Hazard at the minute.
Yeah, facts.
Facts.
Out of 4, Mane is better than
Facts.
him. That's what I'm
Mane is better than him. Salah's better than him.
That's a very like unfavorable draw though. Like
Raheem
for
Sterling. Sterling's better than Hazard. Right.
so who gets to the final between those four then? Bayern, PSG, Dortmund, and Dortmund.
I think I'm going to
Chelsea.
I said we're going to win it. So.
I think it's going to be a Chelsea Man City final.
Ooh, all English final again.
Again.
All English. That would be exciting. I'd actually be up for that. Be a crazy
Yeah,
game.
I'll be up for
Man
that.
City.
Don't forget, SFeatleyTV. We will be doing the final of the Champions League.
That's gonna be a hell of a final. It's gonna be a
As
hell
well
of a
as all the Champions League ties.
gonna
We will also
cry.
be doing the final Europa League. Sterling is crap. Sterling is crap. Shut up, Atomic. Seriously. Sterling's crap. Get out of it, man.
No,
Right?
I'm
I'd
confident.
take
this
Sterling
Real
over
Madrid.
Hazard any day of the week. Any day of the week.
Here's the thing,
But-
Atomic Puppet. The standards of La Liga this season has been poor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the league has been
Extremely
crap.
poor.
It has been poor. Like,
They don't have the
Chelsea-
players that they had a couple of
Yeah.
seasons back.
Yeah, but Granada still. If Granada made
Hang on. They've got a great pundit lineup for the Champions League.
Villarreal.
yeah, Joe
Right.
Cole, Mensah,
Joe Cole,
Crouch.
Andrew Mensah, right?
Peter Crouch.
Peter Crouch. The Mensah I only knew he's actually playing for PSG because he's got a PSG shirt on. That's not exactly. It's not like the great like Maldini or even Steven Gerrard, because he's won the Champions League, right? You know what I mean? It's. I'll take Hazard, bro. So what? Sit on your fucking medical bed, right? Right? He'll plug.
No.
He'll clot up. He'll clot up the NHS.
Yeah,
He'd be annoyed to the NHS is the amount of bed space he takes.
Wait, Atomic Poppy, I know it's the league, he's not an individual player, but when he's went to Real Madrid, every time he's played, he hasn't performed.
He hasn't
Like his
performed.
stats says otherwise. His stats have been poor. Like you can't
Sterling, Mane, Salah, right? Sancho, all these men are better.
Oh yeah, I forgot Liverpool.
Stats.
Liverpool Madrid final. Liverpool Madrid. So that's like a rematch of that final.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be.
Allison, please don't do anything.
Where's hang on? Where's your
Your
camera?
defense, though. I
Where's
mean,
your
your
camera?
defense is Benzema's gonna tear up that.
Pardon?
Defense.
Where's your camera? I need to see the StreamYard that you're using in your eyes. It reflects off his eyelids. It reflects off his glasses. But yeah, go on then. Who's going to win that? Now that draw's happened, who is going to win the Champions
Liverpool.
League?
I feel like whoever wins, whoever gets through that the crazy side of the bracket. But
Actually, yeah, you're right. Whoever gets
Prime Hazard is better than Sterling.
PSG,
No, but Prime Hazard has periods where he's had 4 or 5 games and then disappears.
yeah, Prime Hazard is better.
Even when he was at his prime.
I really want to see PSG.
Sterling.
I really want to see PSG Man City over 2
Please.
legs though. Like
Atomic Poppy
for me, I
United
really want to
fan?
see that because
Is he a United fan? Atomic
yeah, he's
Poppy?
a United fan. He's a United fan.
'Cause I thought he was an Arsenal fan because he said
I think he's
Willian
one of
over
like.
Salah.
Isn't he like one of Ads' friends? I believe he's like
Oh,
one of like
maybe.
Ads'
Right,
friends.
sorry, I haven't heard that. I'm gonna have to do it again. Right, Stephen, who are you going for?
Winning the Champions League.
Yeah,
I'm still going to stick with City.
City.
Yeah.
Okay, Velvet Swan, who you going for?
Liverpool.
I mean,
I can see
realistically.
it.
No, I meant realistically.
No, I think Liverpool. I'm confident. Here's the thing, yeah, I can see it, yeah. Liverpool in the last minute against Bayern Munich, 95th minute. Corner
Origi.
taken quickly. No, Origi will be there. Now Dini Phillips.
Oh,
The
fuck
bullet
off,
header
mate.
outside of the box into that top corner.
Oh, when you get knocked out, I'm laughing.
If we get knocked
I'm
out,
laughing.
I'll be crying.
You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry
I'm
on
gonna buy a clown
SFeatleyTV.
mask and wear it
You're
for
gonna
the
come.
whole.
You're gonna come on the SFeatleyTV and just cry, man. You know,
All right, so
Baghdad.
I guess let me ask you a question, but I here's what I think. I want to see Man City PSG next round.
Bargav,
Personally, but
just say who's
Yeah.
going to win the Champions League. I'm not worried about who's going to next one. Just say who's going to win the Champions League.
PSG.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You got Neymar.
No, I think it's
You get Neymar.
they want revenge, bro.
No. I'll go City. I'm going City. City.
All right, what's the final?
City.
What's the final? Do you guys think? What do you think is going to be the final?
Oh, I forgot which way around it is now.
Yeah,
I
so
said
I've
City
got-
Chelsea. I said City Chelsea.
All right. Well, all right. Of these 4 teams, who's gonna make it through? Chelsea, Porto, Real Madrid, and Liverpool. One of them's in the final. So which one is it? Is going to be in the final?
I
Chelsea.
wouldn't be surprised, actually.
I think Chelsea are favorites to go through on that side. Actually,
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
It'll be tough for
Um,
Chelsea against Porto.
Look what 4-4-3 posted about
King,
Liverpool.
so
and
the links in the chat. I'll put the link in again if you want to come on.
See,
Anyone
I
wants to
think
come on just for 2 minutes? And
No,
give
it
their
can't be a
prediction?
City Bayern final. It can't.
it can be a City Bayern final.
No, those two have to play each other.
So Chelsea's.
semis.
I feel like Chelsea's getting to the final. Actually, out of those 4,
They can't.
Then
They
the
can't
other
play
side-
in the final. City and Bayern.
the other side is Man City, Dortmund, Bayern Munich, and PSG. Who's getting
Yeah,
to
they
the
can't
final?
play
out
the
of those
final.
4?
Yeah, Bayern and City on the same side. So
Yeah,
they
so
can't
who's
play
getting
the
through?
final.
So who's getting through out of those 4 teams?
I think City and
City.
Bayern.
Said
Oh,
City.
no,
To the
I was gonna say,
semi-final, to the semis, to the semi-final. It's City Bayern.
Pep always overcomplicates in the quarters. Like he's
Yeah.
gonna
No,
do some
it's
messed
the
up
semis he
tactics.
does it. It's semis he does it. Usually.
No,
See,
no,
I
but
see,
in the
I see
quarterfinals,
City beating Dortmund though. I see City beating Dortmund and then losing in the semis.
it's the only thing Dortmund can do is outscore City. That's how they can win. Their defense ain't good.
Stevie.
PSG Chelsea final. Goddamn.
Jamie
Oh,
Carragher.
why are they showing the Liverpool
Thiago
versus
Silva.
Chelsea, man? Allow
Thiago
it,
Silva
Against his
Neymar.
former club.
man. Man like Peter Crouch.
I mean, when's the Europa League draw? Is it
Oh,
like
cow.
It's in half an hour.
it's in a half hour. That's gonna be interesting.
I think we got Say back on the channel. Yes, my friend.
Yo, good morning, everyone. How you
What's
doing,
up, man?
Steven?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Spicy,
I'm okay.
spicy.
If you're talking to the other Stephen, he's good
Yeah.
too. I'm also good.
A spicy draw right now.
Yeah. Who
Oh,
you
Jordan
going-
Henderson might be back, so that's going to be a big boost.
Yes. Obviously we got the Europa League coming. Tottenham not in it.
Actually, wait, stop. But actually, no, everyone get a bottle and just hold
I've
up
already
to the
got
camera.
I did the bottle last night. I already got the bottle last night. Say, who you going for the Champions League? Who do you think's going to win it?
I think Bayern Munich's gonna win it again.
It's
Okay.
reasonable
I think
shout.
they're the most complete team right now.
Are you sure? Not Liverpool? I'd like a sneaky Liverpool into this equation.
It's a velvet one. Just leave it, man. Leave
Bayern's
it.
defense is overrated.
Allow it.
I think
I'm getting ready to show.
Liverpool gonna struggle. I think they're lucky to get a real team that's struggling as well, but I can't see them go past after that.
No, I feel like against English teams we might struggle, but in other European
what?
teams we're not
You
because
see
there's
that?
more space for them.
Do you know what? When you see scenes like that when winning the Champions League, and I'm just like, why are we? This is what winds me up about it. We're not nowhere near it. So, but yeah, no, we're not. I'm gonna have to wrap up because I've got half an hour and then on someone else trying to do the European, doing the Europa League draw. But yeah, obviously, so there's the draw for the Champions League. Very interesting. And then we've got now the Europa League draw at 12. And yeah, but thanks, Stephen, for coming on. As usual. Thanks to Bargav, Velshwan, Saeed. Thanks to everyone in the chat. We also went up about 30 odd subscribers last night. I don't know how that happened, but big up to everyone who did. Right, and please keep subscribing and liking and sharing the content. Go check out in the link in the description below is links, Steven's social links as well as the Hellas football. So go check that out. But yeah, Europa League draw at 12. Who will Arsenal get? Who will Man United get? And who will Tottenham? Oh no, they're not in it. Sorry.
I wanted
until then-
Rangers in it, man. I'm so
yeah.
disappointed.
But just got just one more comment. One more comment.
Aiden again. Hello, Aiden.
Spurs who?
He comes up with a banger sometimes, Aiden. He's hilarious.
That is a great one to end it on, mate. Right, go subscribe if you're new, if you're new, mate. But yeah, big up to you and
Jose Mourinho in. I don't want him out. Just keep him in the club.
yeah,
He's
keep
gonna
him there.
destroy
He's doing
us.
brilliant. He's doing bits.
Jose in.
Yeah, Jose in. So until then, everyone take care, stay safe, and we'll speak to you guys for bye.